Hello, 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 everybody. Greetings, beautiful souls. I am Alicia Barney Matahari, the Heart Whisperer. Returning subscribers and visitors, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here again. Drop-ins and newcomers, so lovely to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. It's truly an honor and a privilege to read your energy, so thank you for sharing your time, energy, comments, and likes. I am so beyond appreciative to have you all here. I adore you all. So today we're back doing another pick a card. And today we are asking, what is your emerging genius? The genius that even you don't see. The genius that your soul and your guide team have been working quietly on behind the scenes, moving in the shadows on your behalf. And we're going to take a look at that today. So we have 3 piles. Pile number 1, we have got this beautiful carnelian crystal. Pile number 2, we've got this very special, small, relative to the other crystals, but infinitely more powerful. This is all the way from Egypt. I don't know if you could pick it up. It's got this beautiful iridescent green through it. It is quartz. And it's from the Giza Pyramid. And this is just the most beautifully beautiful carved rose quartz crystal. So take a moment. Ask your inner being or your higher self, or follow your own process, which pile is for you. And I am going to get started with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You picked this stunning piece of carnelian. And we'll pop it over here, and I'll put your number 1 up here beside it. So today we're asking, what is your emergent genius that your guide team and your soul has been moving in the shadows to bring forth for you at this time? So I'm going to pull your oracle cards first, and then we'll do some tarot. And the oracle cards will more or less kind of set the scene, and then we'll go deeper with the tarot. So first up, you have Mula Nakshatra. We might need to cover her up a little bit. And the deity is Nriti. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but Mula, as you can see, is 100%, well, fully within Sagittarius. And it's one of the lunar houses, the nakshatras. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Mula, that nakshatra translates to star map. And what I've been learning is that the nakshatras take on the deity, the qualities of the deity that oversees them or that rules them. You have got passion, number 34. Wow. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Wow, beautiful. I'm getting very strong. I mean, that's looking like the Milky Way to me. And this goddess is a goddess of destruction. She's been likened to Kali, but she's more, you would invoke this goddess when you want to destroy something. I'm thinking in terms of impurities, like destroying the impurities, burning off the impurities within our aura, within our frequency, burning of karmas, for example. And the goddess that is coming through for you today is Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Lovely. She's got a moon on her forehead. she's got what looks like an emerald, or not an emerald, a sapphire or a globe at her throat, and a pentacle behind her head. And then you've also got rapture, which pairs beautifully with this passion card. And this is from the Rose Oracle deck. Sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Gorgeous. So what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1, is very much what your soul, and it ties in really nicely with the carnelian as well, actually. It's very much what you've been working on, is clearing ancestral karma, yours and your ancestral line, and very much through the body, and probably through like intense emotional mastery, I want to say, very much through the body, because the emotions, there's a physical component to it, like when we get embarrassed, our cheeks go red, very frightened, for example, pale as a ghost. People can have been known to like go white-haired overnight with intense shock or fear. So there's a real calcification of the intensity of emotion that can be thrust at us through the body. And also in the mental space, we have, when we are plagued with fearful thoughts, anger thoughts, even jealousy, envy, the emotions that we don't like to claim, which are part of the human experience. We all have them and we all experience them. At the end of the day, all emotions are just emotions. It's what you do with the emotions that matters. And what will lead you into a devolution rather than an evolution is allowing those emotions to be an excuse for treating others badly, for not doing your own work. I'm hearing Maya Angelou say, I didn't put the wounds there, but it is my responsibility to heal them. So very strong Chiron energy, very strong Eris energy. And Eris and Chiron, if I understand it correctly, are beyond Neptune. And Neptune is kind of the higher octave of Venus. So we're talking about things on a very global scale. And when I say global scale, I mean not just personal to you, but I'm thinking trans lifetimes. Your own personal, but whatever soul group you came up through and have interacted with over these lifetimes. I'm not just specifically seeing it limited to your family of origin this lifetime. They were obviously part of your soul's evolution and your soul's journey, and vice versa. But I'm very much seeing it as you interacting with, a much wider soul pod. That, you get the opportunity to evolve or not. That's why we have free will. And pain and suffering is something that we either can metabolize and alchemize and develop resiliency over, or we can let it, we can sink into a victim mentality and not choose to grow. And I can see from these cards that you have very much been a leader in your own lifetime, especially this lifetime. I'm seeing a culmination. Actually, the word climax is coming to mind, and it makes a huge amount of sense. They also, so what's really your mastery of that pure fire, of that kundalini, of that spiritual essence, what you do with that, it's the key. And you've been very adept at wielding that in such a beautiful and surgical-like precision is the way I want to put it. And when you think about it, these are great cards to highlight this energy. It's not just like, you might actually do something with Tantra. That might be something that comes very naturally for you. It might be something that really speaks to you, but it doesn't have to be that. Tantra is a way of showing up in the world, of using that Kundalini energy and embodying it and moving from that space. I'm hearing that ultimate truth. Who am I? What are the impurities that you burn away? It's everything that's not divine. Living in a world that's dualistic, we get taught that our identity is our personality. It's the job that we have, the things that we do. And it's almost seems like we've lost a lot of the wisdom of the connection of who we were. I mean, the Maya, that's part of the experience. But I'm feeling really strongly for you at your innermost core. That is the real truth, the real treasure. And you're showing others how to do it. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Just by watching you, by observing you, by being in your auric field, and maybe by virtue of their choice, not being able to remain with you by choosing to stay behind, they're still learning. We're all just walking each other home. We're all after the same end goal ultimately, which is to reunite with spirit. According to pretty much all of the philosophies and religious spiritual teachings, the different faiths and philosophies all really speak to that in some varying degree, that life is consciousness experiencing itself. So and it's also reminding me of Kali, who is the goddess of time and space. And I have been just on a little bit of a rabbit hole this week, reading up on time control, like technologies on time travel and technologies on time, the applications of time travel, and what actually truly exists out there at this time, and even 20, 30 years ago. So it's been fascinating. And what I was going to say is that these cards, what is a better way to really express this Kundalini energy than through eroticism? Because they call the big O the little death. It's a pure surrender. So think about when a female and a male come together in that act. And in the tantric tradition of eroticism, the woman only surrenders to the man who is worthy by virtue of his frequency, by virtue of his action, by virtue of how he shows up. It's not about me thinking that I'm better than you, or me thinking that, I'm above your, what do they say? Out of my league. It's not about that. It's more about compatibility of frequency. And it's reminding me of the Journey of Love deck. There's one on patterns, and it talks about how we're patterns. We're of the same pattern. We're together. One pattern changes, we move away. Everything is a frequency, energy. Everything is an energy. And when we're out of harmony when we evolve our frequency, we're just not compatible with lower frequencies anymore. I'm hearing Abraham Hicks say, I'm not coming down off my high-flying disc to talk about things that I've evolved out of. I'm paraphrasing. You get on your high-flying disc and come up here. And it's not a battle of wills. It's an expression of natural law. Natural law does not discriminate. Ignorance is no defense of the law. Gravity is the same for babies as it is for fully grown adults. We have to put the protections in place for babies so that they don't fall down the stairs, so that they don't stick their hand in a electrical outlet, so that they don't burn themselves with fire. But if we didn't put those protections in place, the baby would still be harmed by gravity or by electricity or whatever. That's what I mean. It's neutral. And fire, true passion. True passion is not the same as what you see in Hollywood movies, which is basically emotional dysregulation. So let's pull some tarot and go a bit deeper in the message. But I don't feel that I actually need to. I feel like you've come really, like you've just really purified a lot of your energy. And from this place, you've been a guiding light to others as well as to yourself. You could be one of those people who's actually pretty close to the end of your incarnations. Wow, pile number 1. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Justice, the Tower, the World. Oh my gosh. Life as you know it is done. And the 7 of Wands. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing that I heard it on one of Claire Nocty's videos, and she was saying that the light of witchcraft is so bright that it appears as darkness, in that the true gift it gives the world is the destruction of things that are truly evil or not in accordance with universal will. And I think she took it from one of the Vedas, but I wouldn't swear to it. She's the expert, not me. But I'm very much getting that from this. Like, I feel like you know that phrase, moths to a flame, and nothing wrong with moths. But I feel like you're such a bright light that you might really attract. You have to take the higher ground. You might really attract people wanting to knock you down a peg or two. But look at this man. I mean, he's so strong. He's just playing whack-a-mole with all of the people that are coming from him, or all the situations that are coming for him. Well, this card to me does not show that it's like easy peasy, that he's just flicking them away like a mosquito. Like, it took him great effort to build himself up into this physical form, and he still needs to exert effort to deal with this, but he does have it. So you start off with the 2 of Cups, which is really speaking to me about how you have not only integrated your masculine and feminine, your receptivity, your beautiful willingness to go along with divine timing, your beautiful willingness to know that you need to partner with the divine. Also, to take the action to serve what it is that you're being led to do. 10 of Cups, I mean, it's the ultimate wish fulfillment. Whether you are in, let's say a partnership or a happy family situation, or a full spectrum wealth situation, where you have at this point the wealth, the health, the family, the community, whether you have all the status symbols symbols that society says you are successful. I feel like you have what is the most successful, is that you have the truth about who you are, definitely on a soul level. I mean, we all have that to such a degree, but you've burned away so much of the Maya that there are moments where you can really truly connect to that feeling of the light of spirit within you. And that is your justice. That is your karma. Anything that you do going forward, you will always have that. For every time you fall down, for every time you pick yourself back up, for every failure that you have, for every success that you have, you will have that. Life will never be the same, because you will never look at success and failure in the same way, because you are forever connected to the ability to be able to feel that light, because it's not a false light. You have burned away all of the illusions of what was standing between you and your divinity. And I'm not saying that you won't experience challenges or disappointments or anything else, but you have connected with that spark, with that spirituality, with that juiciness, that creativity that is you. And the world is your oyster. And I feel like if if things crumble ever again, it's because you are ready. You're just accelerating so fast. It's not that you're actually failing. It's that you've accelerated so fast that you've learned that lesson and now you're moving on to another lesson. Really beautiful energy. So powerful, pile number one. Congratulations. This is absolutely beautiful. You're like a colleague incarnate on this earth. And if you are in a relationship, if you do have a significant other, in your connection in that space, like not just in the bedroom, but in life, in conversation, in how you guys move through, it's only going to continue to deepen and to get more pure. Wow. The new man, enlightened masculine, potential new earth. So whether you're male or female, you really have, this is giving me, oh gosh, wow, I just got a punch in my heart space in such a beautiful way. I'm seeing the green here and the green here, like a really heart chakra opening. The new man, this is giving me Christ-like energy. And what I mean by Christ-like energy is somebody who is so connected to that essence, who is so integrated in their masculine and feminine. And I'm hearing that George Michael song, Jesus to a Child. So there might be some messages in that for you. Really, really gorgeous. The other thing a side message that I'm getting from this is that if you are not in a partnership and that is something that you are desiring, that the way is cleared for you to do that now. You have cleared that to meet somebody, to connect, to align with somebody, to become you're compatible with that energy now. And you could very much end up having a family with this person. We've got elven ones, divine creation codes, starborn, architects, devas, sacred geometry. I feel like you could be someone, it's reminding me also of Aragorn and, Aragorn's the father. I forget what her name is, the Liv Tyler's character in the Lord of the Rings, where she chooses to stay and have a child with Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings when the rest of her people are leaving and going to another place. So you could be moving to another place or space to move into. Life is not going to be the same. The world is your oyster. It could indicate travel, but also it's indicating to me that actually what it could be is you could be in a place currently where now you're going to go home and you're going to connect with somebody who is more of your tribe. And then we've got purity. Wow. Unicorn only shows themselves to those who are pure of heart. And we've got green, green, green. Your heart, you're very heart-led. You've really purified the energies around your heart. You've got incredible discernment, yet you're still incredibly compassionate towards others. And you understand that leaving somebody in this earthly realm, leaving them behind and moving away is just one form of love. You're loving yourself, but you're also able to love people who have not been able to ascend to a point where they can be in your energy now. I'm also hearing kryptonite, and I'm seeing kryptonite. So there may be people who really wanted to keep you stuck and who are not happy about your ability to move away. But that's their journey, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It also doesn't mean that they don't do things that inflict pain on you. So I want to be very clear, because coming to this level of purity, I'm hearing crucible. You've really had to experience some pain and overcome it. You don't just, I'm hearing that Beyonce song, I Was Born Like This. Nobody's born like this. I woke up like this, I'm sorry. Everybody is born like this to some degree, but you still have to mature and make decisions. Like babies are completely, they're pure, but they're completely helpless. They can't do anything for themselves. So the school of life, the journey of life, whatever you want to call it, it can really corrupt people along the way, and it has not corrupted you. You are number one. You are pure. Your spiritual eyes are open. This is so, so, so beautiful, pile number one. I am so happy for you. I am sending you so many blessings. If you're liking or resonating with these messages, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. I would be over the moon to have you walk this journey with me and me with you. And if not, that's fine too. Feel invited, not obligated. Take care, pile number one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. You picked this beautiful, super, super powerful crystal from the Giza Pyramid in Egypt. So let's take a look at your cards. So we are asking what your emerging genius is that even you don't see, that your soul and your guide team have been moving in the shadows on your behalf for. So, you have Audra, the moist one, the tear, and the gem. Earth, wow. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Wow. And I'm just seeing all the sacred geometry in here. It's just so gorgeous. Artemis is the goddess that is present for you in this reading. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. Gorgeous. Wow. I'm hearing a lot of songs for you. You've overcome a lot of pain. You have become the diamond. Do you ever hear that phrase? If God is putting you under pressure, he's making a diamond out of you. You're multifaceted. You refract the light in all ways and shapes and forms. And I'm seeing actually the Dark Side of the Moon album cover where there's a prism and there's light refracted through it. That is you, pile number two. I'm hearing that song by Corrine Bailey Ray, Caramel. It isn't love but pain that makes you brave, a secret wire but still remain devoted. Oh my God, that song. I'm getting really with the earth, but I'm really getting strong in the heart chakra. It's like you have, I'm seeing buried alive. Archangel Raphael. I'm feeling Archangel Raphael. Heart healing, heart chakra awakening, compassion. You are my Kuan Yin pile. You are my Avalokiteshvara pile. Incredible. You have just become the goddess of compassion incarnate walking this earth. I'm hearing that song by Sia as well. Rainbow. I think it's from the My Little Pony movie. I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as it hits the ground. Oh my gosh, it's packing a punch. Pile number two, wow. Oh my gosh. Feel a giant big hug from me. You have been through HE double hockey sticks and back. more than once this lifetime. I can feel it. They're really showing me your heart. Oh my gosh. Woo. Pile number 2. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so proud of you. You have really, 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 really been through it. And still, you're so beautiful and you're so pure and you're so loving. You have so much love for the earth and the animals and the creatures. You and your loved ones are spiritually protected. This came up in pile number 1 as well, so that might be something that you, there might be some messages for you in that as well. And what I'm getting from this is that, on Trust the Seasons, is that you may not be connected to some of the people that really put you through it, this incarnation, but you have this innate understanding of universal consciousness and universal love. You'll see the next lifetime. I'm hearing that Rumi quote from The Field. Beyond right and wrong, there is a field. I'll meet you there. You don't have hatred in your heart for anyone who has caused you pain and who is still causing you pain. You have risen above it in a way that's just, that's so spiritual and that's so divine and that's so in the way, the Essene way, the way of Christ, the way of Mother Mary, the way of Kuan Yin. The story of Avalokiteshvara was that they were the bodhisattva of compassion, and they made an agreement to clear the world of suffering, to help be compassionate to all living creatures. But after all of the creatures, human, animal, that they tended to, they looked around and saw that the suffering was endless and it was never ending. And still the commitment is to keep going. So they were split into 1,000 palms, each with one eye, to keep an eye in 1,000 places. It's symbolic, but that is the depths and the breadth of your compassion. And the story of Kuan Yin, there could be something related to your father in here, because Kuan Yin was the daughter of an emperor, and she wanted to serve God. Kind of like St. Bridget was the same. She wanted to serve God, and it said that St. Bridget disfigured herself, even though she was beautiful, so that she wouldn't be wanted by men, so that she could serve God. And Kuan Yin, she wanted to become a novice, a nun, and her father wanted to marry her off. And she just kept asking, while honoring her father, kept, he conceded and let her go to a convent. But then while she was there, he was constantly trying to undermine her choices and saying, make it as difficult as possible for her so she'll want to come back and bend to my will, basically, paraphrasing. And he even burnt down the convent that she was in, and she was constantly being saved by her guide team. So I feel like you've had a lot of near misses. You might not even be aware of the amount of near misses that you've had, where people have come for you because they wanted you to bend to their will, to submit, and not to serve God, and not to serve your divine purpose, and not to remain pure, and not. But what you've been doing by staying true to your path, staying true to your heart, is opening up your heart portal and really being a light and a northern star for other people. I'm hearing your bodhisattva incarnate, your spirit guide incarnate. I'm hearing that song by Audra Mae. What good is a diamond in a world brought to its knees, flooded in hatred? It's nothing sacred, but a stone cold, and still you covet me. I feel you had a lot of people who were just possessive of you, coveting you, wanting you to be theirs, like to have ownership over your choices, your life, your gifts, your relationships, who you talk to, and if you exercise your own sovereignty, they took it personally. So I feel like you had a lot of people who really didn't treat you right and really caused you a lot of that intense, immense pain. We've got Audra as in Gemini as well, so that's ruled by Mercury. So you might have had a lot of people playing mind games with you, I'm getting from that. Also with the eye, I'm seeing that they might have done it really underhanded. Gemini is also trickster, so you might have dealt with a lot of lower vibrational trickster energy. But I'm hearing, how are they still going? How are they not done in by all of this? It's because when you partner with the divine, when you surrender to that, yeah, Saint Scott, look what happened to, Jesus. They crucified him, for goodness sake. Like, talk about pain. Talk about being attacked. Talk about, and I'm seeing Ganesh here, but Ganesh also, like, he was so powerful. He was modeled by Parvati from clay and earth when Shiva was gone and she was lonely and she had no one that was for her. She had a lot of his army around her, but everyone served Shiva, and Parvati's a goddess. And Ganesh was so strong that Shiva's armies were not able to subdue him. I'm just seeing immense, intense strength. I'm seeing the strength card now in my mind. And then I'm seeing that also from that song by Corrine Bailey Ray. Caramel is the name of it. Quaking like we're all lovers, aching in the dark. I just see someone in the darkness just shivering and just asking why. I'm so devoted. I'm so, a dark night of the soul, many of them, many ego deaths. I'm hearing that phrase, corners knocked off. God was making a diamond. I'm hearing that phrase over and over again. Rainbow warrior, rainbow bridge, heart chakra, brave heart. You are the rainbow bridge, pile number 2. You are the rainbow bridge for others, no matter what it looks like in 3D. Your family and your loved ones are spiritually protected. You're moving so much energy on trans-dimensionally, trans-lifetime. So much is happening in the unseen that, like, your human mind, again, we're back to Gemini, your human mind probably couldn't even perceive it. Wow. Oh my goodness. Pile number 2. Wow. I'm going to pull some tarot for you. I don't feel like I need to be honest. Because I'm just, wow. I just keep saying wow. I'm so sorry. Queen of Inspiration. This is the Muse deck. Queen of Inspiration. Remember I talked about the prism? Queen of Inspiration. She's literally the queen of transformation. Like, what could be more transformative than dealing with all of that coming at you and becoming you? Like, seriously. 2 of Voices, which is the 2 of Swords. I feel like people have really tried to block you and tried to shut down your heart. 7 of Wands, Defense. But look, I love this deck. People have tried to put you in darkness, but you were like, yeah, no. 2 of Materials. People have been trying to knock you off your balance your whole life. You've shown them a new way. You're like, okay, you're going to turn me upside down? I'm going to enjoy it. And the 5 of Cups. You've grieved a lot. But I love this 5 of Cups card. Look at what she's doing. She's turning she's working with the, I mean, look at the beauty of the crystals around her. There is nothing that she can't navigate, that she can't turn into beauty, that she can't offer as an offering to the divine. It's really, wow. I just keep saying wow for you, pile number 2. I don't know who you are, but I just want to say, I'm sending you so many blessings. I mean, it just doesn't seem to be possible to say or do enough. Rainbow child, oh my gosh. You couldn't write this. Unstoppable, new earth builder, multi-talented, miraculous alchemy, whale teaching, depth of experience and healing, teacher, mentor, share wisdom. This is you. You're literally a guide incarnate. You're a rainbow bridge to a new consciousness for the people that you come in contact with. Look at this crown of crystals at the crown chakra, at your 1,000 petal lotus. And creation. You are creation itself. Unique expression, flow of creation, flow of joyfulness. You were never meant to be what they tried to make you be. You were the teacher. You were the guide. You were the mentor. Such beautiful energy, pile number 2. I don't really have a lot more for you. I just want to say thank you. And I'm sending you so many love and blessings. Take care. Your guides are so proud of you. And I even though I felt very strongly the pain, I do want to say this. I felt very strongly the pain that you have endured. It's reminding me of that song. You might be very creative, actually. You might be a singer, you might be a musician, you might be an artist. It's a song by an Irish band called Saint Sister, and it's called Madrid. And I'm glad I don't know where you go when you're lonely. I would only meet you there. It's really beautiful. There's a hauntingness about you. You really help guide people through darkness, and you have been doing it your whole life and probably other lifetimes. You are just you're such an example. You're such a light to other people, but they don't treat you like that. However, I feel like that you are coming into, if you haven't already connected, I'm feeling such a radiance from you and such a light and and your inner child is like, I feel your inner child is just beaming. It's like, yeah, it wasn't there was a lot of pain, but like, look at, I'm seeing like this baby superhero kind of energy from your inner child. Like, they're just so powerful. I feel like your inner child is a guide to you. Play, creativity, creative expression is really strong for you, and it really helps you move emotions, and it really helps you transcend and alchemize a lot of that energy. And I feel like if you don't have a community around you yet, you may have a community around you now that gets you and that supports this energy. If not, you'll at least come into some soul family. You're a lot of energy for people to be able to be around because you're so bright. You're just so bright, and so much of humanity is still so deep and stuck in the Maya that when you show them the truth, or if you go out and you look straight at the sun, it can really be very blinding. And I feel like your energy is so bright and so pure that it can really irritate other people, because next to you, they feel so much less. And this might be happening on a very subconscious level. It's kind of like, I want to find something not to like about them. And you know that they say that your haters are your biggest fans, because they kind of want to be you. And I get a lot of that around you. But I do feel like that you do have some people to connect with this lifetime, whether you've met them or not yet. I feel them in your auric field, so I feel like it's not too distant away from you at this point. So again, I'm going to leave it there, pile number 2. Thank you for incarnating at this time. If you're liking or resonating with these messages, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. I would be over the moon to have you walk this journey and to walk this part of this journey with you. Feel invited, not obligated. I love you very much. Bye, pile number 2. Hello, pile number 3. You chose this gorgeous rose quartz carved rose. So we are asking the question, what is your emerging genius even you don't see, that your soul and your guide team have been moving in the shadows on your behalf to bring forth at this time or in the near future? So your first card is Uttara Bhadrapada, the nakshatra in Pisces, the power to bring cosmic rain. Ooh, I love that for you. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for optimal ability to create the reality we desire. I'm noticing the blue. That's giving me very strong throat chakra. Athena is the goddess that is very present for you right now. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I feel like you do that. I'm hearing that you do that, and that is your, I want to say, your critical mass right now. So you have developed yourself to know when to take action and to take appropriate action without delay. Wow. Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Oh, wow. So with the throat chakra, I'm seeing a real throat chakra opening for you. So having the confidence and the power to express your truth creatively. The voices coming up really strongly for you. And putting your work out there. It invites a lot of envy. It invites a lot of criticism. You have to either be delusional or brave or strong in who you are and what you have to say to be able to withstand having yourself be out in the public eye or under scrutiny. So I'm feeling that maybe something that you've been working on this lifetime is that you have really been learning how to find your voice. I'm hearing also the song by Adele, Set Fire to the Rain, but there's a side to you that I never knew. So there might have been a side to you that you were not willing to show or share because you were, let's say as a child, you were shunned or bullied for it, or it didn't fit in with the norms of your family or the norms of your community or something like that. Or maybe you came from a family, for example, that we don't do artistry in our family. We become doctors or lawyers, or we join the family business. That there were certain rules and regulations that you were expected to follow, and then finding your voice later on in life. Also having the confidence to speak up to those who were large and in charge when you were younger, and learning to embody your own voice, your own confidence, your own self-expression, and to be taken seriously and to really bring forth the essence of who you are. Uttara Bhadrapada, it's the latter happy feet, and it really speaks to, you can see some of the keywords there: sacrifice, renunciation, seclusion, virtuous, secrecy, empathy, inaction. So I feel like you might have actually sequestered a lot of your parts of you that weren't accepted. So what I'm saying is that you've done your shadow work. The parts of you that you didn't feel safe to show to the world because they weren't accepted. And I feel like that this was a culmination over lots of lifetimes, also over what your family, themes that your family has been dealing with over lifetimes as well. So not just you are just the culmination, it's culminating, the freedom, the voice activation, the throat chakra activation is culminating in your choices, in how you're showing up, and how your soul and your guide team have been working in the background. You've been listening to your guides, whispers of Mother Earth. You've been really listening to your intuition. You've been knowing when to act and knowing when not to act. You've got the wisdom of the owl. The owl is, I think they call it the eagle of the night. You might have had to fly blind a lot. And coherence, that's really, we talked about the coherence of the heart and the mind. The heart is air energy. That's the element of the heart chakra. So putting your emotions into your art, into your inner world, and really being able to metabolize them, also being able to express them, being able to cry, being able to release them, and being able to then have a clear heart and have consensus with your mind to move forward. That is wisdom. That is great wisdom. The Uttara Bhadrapada also is talking about after burning. When you burn something, you're burning out the impurities of it. Burning away impurities has come up in piles 1, 2, and 3. So all 3 piles could be relevant for you, pile number 3. But it's really giving, after we burn something, we have the essence remaining, and then this Uttara Bhadrapada, like rehydrating that essence. And I'm hearing that water remembers. So I feel like you've burnt off a lot of people's projections and a lot of societal projections, a lot of institutional projections, and you're just like, no, this is who I am. I'm sorry if you don't, well, actually, sorry, not sorry. If you don't like it, that's a you thing. So long as I show up and I am taking action in harmony with divine law, with natural law, and I am moving by faith and not by sight, it's none of your business. I'm hearing it's none of your business. Take it or leave it. My heart and my art. Take it or leave it. So for you, pile number 1, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So he's holding up the Ankh. We have the Hanged Man. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups. And we have the Page of Wands. So you're starting out very strong with the World and the Hanged Man. You are showing people through how you show up, through finding your voice, listening to your intuition, the way you move in life, you're showing people a new perspective. You've shown yourself a new perspective. I'm not doing that anymore. And it's the 7 of Pentacles for me is the before stage, like it's that perseverance and patience card. You've had to have a lot of patience along the way. You've had to, and you can see in this card, the 7 of Pentacles, it's on kind of what looks like a dead tree. but you know that you're investing in something. It's also a card of deliberation and evaluation, like conscious thought. And that's also echoing, you know what to do, trust inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. It's taking conscious action. It's taking mindful action. It's not being impulsive and running around and just throwing spaghetti at the wall. You've had to be very measured because you may have not been given resources. You may have had to be very self-resourced, because when you come from a family that doesn't approve of what you're doing, very often they can, behind the scenes, undermine what you're doing or just withhold resources to kind of force you into a particular direction. And I'm seeing that might have been the case for you, but they picked on the wrong person. I'm getting very strong empath, Heyoka empath, and especially when you're young and you're very sensitive. Like you might have had a very rich inner world with Pisces, but also I'm hearing also a teacher used to say, what's the difference between a flood and a hydroelectric plant? It's structure. It's all water, but one is untamed and one is destructive. The other is productive and it's generative. And I feel like through life, through having to have discernment, through having to, reevaluate, look at things at different perspectives, take a creative approach, you've really built that ability to be generative and to have structure and to really master what is water. It's the emotions, it's the Pisces, Neptune, higher mind, higher octave of Venus, to really take that creativity. So you're doing it on a very global level. And global, I mean for your ancestral line, across lifetimes, for the community at large. How you're operating is really having all these unseen impacts that others, even you can't perceive. Others can't perceive, but you can feel it. You can feel it. So you've got the Page of Cups over here, and the Page of Cups in this direction, in this deck, really speaks to the inner self rather than the outer self. So you've really had to go within, and you're being a guiding light for others to go within and to look at their own emotions and to look at the potentiality of their own emotions, their own water energy, their own, what matters to them in their heart, their own intuition, what they care about, and how do they move that forward. The Four of Cups here, we're seeing the Four of Cups are knocked over, but we're seeing somebody we're seeing the ship out at sea. And you're a guiding light to people. They can either take the perspective that, oh no, my cups are knocked over and I'm so disappointed and I'm going to cry and I'm going to sit here on the beach and I'm just going to kick sand. Something is sailing away from me. Get on the boat, I'm hearing. You don't have to sit on the sand and cry over your spilled cups. Fill up your cups again. What matters to you? You are regenerative. And then, of course, the turtle has that, in the shamanic tradition, the turtle helps save people. In the Page of Wands, you've got the Phoenix here. So you've got that regenerative energy, which is your ability to regenerate after disappointment, after I'm seeing somebody getting their sandcastle kicked over, actually. After people have kicked over your sandcastle for whatever reason, you have an ability to regenerate. You're really creative, pile number 3. There's a lot of cups and a lot of water energy, and it's reminding me of the Moon card. I'm almost surprised that the Moon card didn't come out. The higher mind, wisdom, the tides. Like the Moon has the ability to affect the gravitational pull of the moon is what affects the tide. And I feel like you have a gravitational pull on other people's emotions. And when you were younger, they probably had that gravitational pull on you, but you've learned how to master that and how to regenerate, and you're teaching others how to do that. And that might be a family curse, like empathy and people pleasing, and you might have runner chaser dynamics. You might have a lot of codependency in your family line that you're actually really healing and leading the charge for. I'm seeing you've really had to use your masculine energy to bring some structure around what seemed to be some form of unbridled female energy, if that makes sense. We've got the, like at the center, you've got the physical, and then around that you've got the, so that would be like your 3D. So I'm seeing what I'm seeing is the 3D, and then the 4D would be the astral, and the astral is all that, like, what was that movie with the guy that had was the keeper of magical creatures? I'm seeing the movie, I forget what it's called, but he had all these magical creatures that he was supposed to look after. But in the air there was this like force, negative emotions that just kind of culminated and were flying around and causing mass destruction. And I feel like that might have been something that was going on in your family, and that's kind of what happens in the astral. Like when we don't have mastery over our emotions, it fuels entities in the astral who would use that for purposes that are out of harmony with natural law, to cause destruction, to cause fears, to stop people like you from moving forward and advancing and leading your family line, leading your community out of this darkness into a change of fortune, into a new perspective, into being able to have the perseverance to do the work, to build themselves up, to get to the essence of who they are, and to regenerate after disappointment. All the things. So for you, we've got storm. I'm not surprised that came out. It's okay to feel it all. Cleanse, collapse the old, realignment. Joy of life. We've got the Phoenix again here. Wow. And it's reminding me of the Temperance card as well. Trust, open your hands, share, let go. And Syrian emissaries, dream for the new earth. Time now for a magical life. So I feel like what you have been really clearing out some incredible impurities, but you've been doing it through what we've just discussed. Really showing people how to overcome emotional mastery, how to use the higher wisdom and the higher mind to elevate beyond emotional dysregulation, codependence, ways of thinking, ways of being that held your family line back in the process. And I feel like you're really connected to your guides. And you just have this like beautiful, creative, regenerative. I've said that a number of times in your reading. Just this ability to regenerate after disappointment. I'm not saying that you won't face more disappointment in the future, but I feel like what I'm hearing is this was very intense. And this level of intensity is not continuing. And that's what's been worked on in the shadow. You've been brought to a level. So what I'm seeing now is, you know, when, for example, when you go from, you boil water. So you're boiling and you're boiling and you're boiling and you're applying heat. Water boils at 100 degrees. So let's say you have a big pot of water. You can turn on your, whatever, your stovetop, your ring, electric or gas. You can boil the water, boil the water, boil the water, boil the water. But it's not until the specific molecules get to that point. Water is being applied, heat's being applied, rolling boil, and then a state change happens. So you're at a state change from when you go from, you're turning from water into steam. Oh, okay. What I'm seeing very strongly for you, there's a lot of Neptunian energy in your reading. So this is, there's a dissolving. Some of the structures that were necessary to accomplish this work now are being dissolved because they're no longer necessary. You now have the freedom, you now have the mastery to really, I'm seeing you being able to, I don't know if you do this already, and maybe it's happening in your dreams, but I'm seeing you move into a much higher consciousness of awareness, and awareness of that higher consciousness, where you're actually able to really have mastery. I'm seeing dream yoga, astral travel, lucid dreaming, remote viewing, just really an explosion in your psychic gifts because you have done all this work. It's like you have created a gateway for yourself. Very Neptunian. Oh, very beautiful, pile number 3. I'm really excited for you. I feel like really interesting things are ahead for you. You've really elevated yourself up out of the physical and the astral. You still obviously are human incarnate. You're a soul in a body just like the rest of us, but you have just opened up more access to the all other realms, and that will be much, much easier for you going forward. So I'm going to leave it there, pile number 3. If you like or are resonating with the messages, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, or subscribing. I would be over the moon to have you walk this journey, or you're a part of it with me. And if not, that's fine too. Feel invited, not obligated. I'm sending you so many love and blessings. Bye, bye, bye.